enough the media and the police at the time. And we sit here today looking at what is happening in the country, because one would ask the question, after all these, even Rigathi Gachagua speaking saying that he was going to Kikuyu, and there was information he had that there would be goons who've been hired there. One would hope that that enough was intelligence enough for police to deploy in Kikuyu and ensure that everywhere has security and that everybody who's there is secure. That did not happen. We saw Kenyans on roads stopped by goons, extorted before being allowed to proceed. That is an injustice to the people of Kenya, who every day give taxes to take care of police officers. President William Ruto is the #1 consumer of intelligence briefs in this country because he chairs the National Security Council. If he chairs. But he's supposed to chair. Let's
is the chair.
So then, one asks the question, Barrack, with the history that we have, individuals who are in office, who ended up at the ICC of being accused of being involved in the 2008 post-election violence, why is what is happening, especially in the political class, not such an important thing to them, it would seem, to ensure that the country is safe?
Dennis, you have fired with multiple barrels, and I'll try to take it one barrel at a time. I'll start with the last one about the political class. You have got individuals who are incorrigible, that you keep on saying things, even as we say, and it could be like you are talking to a stone. In Emmanuel, where I come from, we have the famous proverbial dictum that Elijah Mwangare some time back reminded the third parliament about the hyena who greeted a stone. And the stone did not utter a word. And the hyena told the stone, even if you keep quiet, I have spoken. You have heard. We have got individuals who are obstinate, individuals whose egos are so enormous, they are bigger than the biggest mountain in the world, that they feel that they can never retreat. There is a lot of wisdom in retreating. President Moi used to retreat. He would get to a point where he would say, no. Kwa sababu ya, and he would say, kwa sababu ninapenda hawa watoto. Kwa sababu ninapenda nchi hii. Mimi wakati mwingine ninarudi nyuma. President Jomo Kenyatta, after the 1969 experience in Kisumu, never returned to Nyanza. It was not because he scorned the people in Nyanza that he held them in contempt. It was not because he was a coward. It was not because he ceased being the president of Kenya and that he needed the permission of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga to go back to Nyanza. It was because Jomo Kenyatta had the wisdom to understand that the situation in that environment is volatile. And if I go into that environment, I'm going to escalate an already volatile situation. And therefore, for the good of the people, in the interest of wider national peace and calm, let me not go there. That's why Mwai Kibaki stayed away during the 2007 election campaigns. He did not go to Nyanza because he understood the temperatures in that region. That is why Jomo Kenyatta in 1969 did not go to Rusinga Island to bury Tom Mboya. That is why in 1975 Jomo Kenyatta did not go to Olkalau, to Nyandarua, to bury J.M. Karaoke. He understood. That's why in 2017, Uhuru Kenyatta did not go to campaign in Nyanza. It was not because these people held those populations in contempt, By the same token, William Ruto, if he guides himself with any measure of wisdom as president of the Republic of Kenya, would know that the Mount Kenya region is unhappy with him and stay away. He does not cease being the president of Kenya. That region does not cease being his subject and being under his jurisdiction. But as I have said, he scoffs at the intelligence people. He lacks wise people around him. He listens only to himself and listens to the voices of minion sycophants who tell him, twende, kwani watakudu nini? Twende, siweni prezi. Twende, twende. These people, Kenyatta, Uhuru, Kibaki, they all had the police. They had the general service unit, which is